Saturday night live stream for our members. So we're going to have a bunch of stuff to go over tonight, and we're going to have a premiere event on here. We have our auto train now, thanks to a gift on my birthday. So we are going to be doing that here in just a little bit. It's all lined up and ready to go. Let me get this going here. Okay, and not coming up. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, I thought I set this to members only. I did. It's Franklin Park is here.
Oh.
But this isn't a members.
Oh. I don't know.
That's weird. I don't know why. Can I change it? No. Should I just restart the stream? I don't know why it changed from here to here.
Nah, let's just go with it.
Okay.
It is what it is. Huh? Yeah.
So I must have to set it on the device the privacy.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's all right.
All right.
It's all right. So,
hey, y'all.
You'll just have to keep track of it.
Yeah.
Then, because I'm not, as I'm thinking just GN. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are just here tonight. There's some big changes coming to the layout. I seem to always say that, and then I unveil, and then within a week or two we have all the changes done. So we are getting some good stuff going.
I asked if to run the spirit.
Oh,
and Isaac says hi.
Hi. Actually, tonight we're going to run something different for the very first time. My birthday was Wednesday, so the family got me a gift, and it's you can probably see we're doing a horizontal tonight. So you can actually probably, let me see on the picture. Yeah, you can probably see a little bit of it right here.
You can see the tail end of it.
Yeah, you can see the tail end of it right there. So we are going to run that tonight for its very first time. It's our mini auto train. I for my birthday, I got a 4-pack set of what's the class of engine? I can never get this. It's a Charger, but I can never remember the class of the engine. ALC 42 plus the Superliner cars. That was one of the gifts I got, and on our next live I'll show you the others because they're not here yet. I'm getting them tomorrow because we're doing a joint birthday tomorrow because my wife's birthday is tomorrow. So we're meeting with some family tomorrow, and they're just giving us their gifts all at that time. So, but I know there's another engine coming in that, so I'll show that. Probably, I think we're going to try to do a live on Tuesday because there's going to be some big stuff happening here. Maybe Thursday. I don't remember which. But it depends upon how fast I can get all of this stuff done. You can actually see over my shoulder, you can see the convention center. We did that on Friday. We've got the top pieces already made, so they are going to be going on there. Probably tomorrow. Well, no, not tomorrow because the birthdays, but Monday. And then our hotel, or not hotel, but the restaurant that's going to go between the two towers. So we'll have all of that on there. So
let's see.
Yes.
Franklin Park says I got Amtrak 301. That's one of the Chargers.
Oh, okay, cool.
And Love and M Train says happy belated and nice gift.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, it was a nice gift. In fact, I got another gift today. It was kind of cool. One of the ladies that, good friend of the family that we love dearly. We get together with her quite a bit. She got me a gift card to Hobbytown. So I almost bit today. There was an engine there. It wasn't quite enough to cover it, but I would have made it the extra. But I may be getting another engine next week sometime. So, yeah. So there's going to be at least probably a couple more engines. Well, I know there's going to be a couple more engines coming because also downstairs, I haven't opened up the box yet. I got a replacement. My wife bought me a replacement Montana Rail Link engine for the one that's burned out. Only thing that's wrong with the engine is the truck burned out. So I just got to replace the truck, and I'll have that one back. So I'll have 3 Montana Rail Links here very shortly, which would be great. And the new one that came in is a number I don't have. These two are matching numbers, the same number, but then I've got a new number. So we will be doing that. So we'll do an unboxing of that pretty soon. We've got the unboxing coming up, and the boxing and the review of the Kato Charger set with the Superliners. So you'll see that here pretty soon. Well, probably tonight or tomorrow night. We're gonna do a. I've got to get some stuff, get some videos up of the Skid Row. The Skid Row is really um, expanding pretty fast now.
Let's see. Isaac says if you go for HO Steam, the 2021 MT4 Athearn Genesis is really good. I mentioned that due to I talked to before about my custom express trains on a stream, it changed from being a GS4 to that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I probably won't be doing HO again for quite some time, but we always keep our eye out for stuff. So,
see, Justin asks, how long will it take to be where you're happy with the layout?
oh, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I don't think any railroaders ever 100% satisfied with their layout, and I have not been happy with the design. I mean, the design. I love my buildings. I love all of this, but I've not been happy with how I've been bringing this together, because there was going to come a point here if I didn't make some big changes, which I'm now going to implement. The trains running on the pink level, this main level up here, you wouldn't see them for 3/4 of the run because they'd be behind the buildings. So I'm going to talk about that tonight. What we're getting ready to do with that, so that we remedy that problem. But I think probably getting to a point where I'm going to be pretty happy with everything. Probably within 6 months. I'll probably be there in the 6 months. Skid Row is moving fast. Now that I know what I'm doing back here, the downtown, that's going to go fast now, because I now actually have a plan in mind. Before, that's why the elevated track I haven't done anything with it, because it's like, this isn't going to work. Now I've got all this, it's just not going to work. So I've had to rethink it and rethink it and rethink it. And so now we've got the plan for it. So I think once we start implementing it, you guys will see how the new way we're going to do this is going to be so much better. Because the way it was going to be before, with the trains back behind everything, all the trains on the upper level, you wouldn't even see running for 3/4 of their loop. The only time you would see them is if we have the camera on the bridge, and that would be the only time you would actually see the trains on the upper level. Other than like occasionally you see one pop through in between the buildings, just like, whoop, there it goes. That's it. You wouldn't be able to see anything. So I wasn't pleased with that. So now with this new configuration of how we're going to do it, I think that will be really good. So because the trains are always going to be now out in the forefront, to where you'll see them. You'll see the entire run. All 7 main lines we have will always be in the shots at all times. So
Justin says not bad. That's not that long.
No, it isn't that long. No, 6 months is really not that bad to get to the point of being happy with it. I mean, I'm generally happy with the whole concept of everything, with my big downtown, with my older part of downtown that's run down. I really like that. I like what I'm going to do back on this back wall back here, having my yards and diesel service facilities. The lower level being the level that we can change out completely. So, because it'll all be Unitrack down below. So I'm happy with all the concepts. Now it's just making them work. So we will get there. We will get there. So I'm going to pick the camera up, show you guys real quick what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. We'll now put the camera back down, and then we'll fire up the auto train, and you guys can see the auto train rolling.
Got a couple things here.
Sure.
Jeff says, hi everyone.
Hey, Jeff.
Isaac says, I've heard the term the layout is never finished, as there's always something new to do.
That's it. Yeah, well, I don't think anybody's layout's ever done.
And Jeff says, take your time and have fun.
That's what I'm going to do. So I've just been kind of putting pressure on myself to keep the projects rolling, instead of just actually sitting back and thinking about overall pleasing design and ease of use. The other problem is going to be, all right, my tracks go behind these massive buildings. What happens if I have a derailment? What happens when I need to clean track, when it's the day to clean track? I would have to take every building off and get back behind and work on the tracks and do what I got to do. Because I'm not going to seal the buildings down. I mean, they'll always be able to be moved if they need to be, but just a clean track, it would take me probably 2 days of tearing buildings down to get back behind there. Whereas if I bring everything out front, that was one of the biggest things that was really a hang up, was just thinking of of servicing the tracks. If something's jumped the track, getting in there to take care of it. Whereas now I'll be able to do that easily. Plus, there's a few bonuses. If you guys remember, I was talking about doing the Ferris wheel, the big, huge one like you see in downtowns, like Chicago downtown, London, places like that. I'll be able to put the Ferris wheel back where it was before, because these 4 buildings right here are going to move back. So this area right here is going to turn into the beginning of what is going to be like the Miracle Mile or the Magnificent Mile. This is all going to be green space up here, and we're going to make a nice little amusement park right here on this bump out. So we'll have a monstrous Ferris wheel right here, along with maybe a carousel, a few other rides that'll all be hopefully animated. If not, well, I know the lower ones will be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to animate the Ferris wheel. Nobody makes one in scale that's as big as I want it to be. So unless I do some design work and make some special things for it, it'll probably just be a static display with being lit up. So, but the Ferris wheel's now back. Everything's kind of just by the idea of just moving things back. I was able to do everything I wanted to do with it, plus make ease of maintenance. So I'm happy with that now. So now there's like, okay, I built all this, and now we're actually going to make it work right. So that's I've got, like I said, I've got to do a few things still. I'll show you that here. So I'm going to grab the camera, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Yes.
Jeff says my wife is laughing that too much stuff, not enough room.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And to not glue anything.
Oh, to not glue anything? Yes. Yeah, nothing is going to be down permanently, because I may later decide I don't like this building right here. Even though it's going to be everything's going to be moving back, but basically, let's say I want to move this building over here. I like it better over there. So now I'll have the ability to do that by not gluing them down. That works. And the holes that I drill through the bench work to get the lights up will be, so I take this building out, put it over there, put a new building in right here, I just reuse the holes. So, yeah, that's why I'm not gluing anything down. Because this, I may wind up changing, may want to do like some more modern skyscrapers from time to time, so I may need to swap some things out. So that's just why I'm doing that. All right, let's take a look here. Let me get the camera. So here's what basically is going to happen. So, like I said, this whole set's going to go back there. This is going back. Everything's going to go back. Roughly, I'm going to show you about how much room I have back here. Well, maybe I am. Here, let's just get this out of the way. Put that right there. Okay. You can see there's probably from here to the wall, I'm going to estimate about probably 8 inches, 9 inches, something like that. So I want to move this building back probably about 5 inches. So I'll have 5 inches back here from this. So, like, let's say we just move this back, move that back. So then we're gonna have like a boulevard right here, a big boulevard right here of some sort, between this set and the next set of buildings. So I move this back, and then we make our background building, a huge one that we just put against the wall, be a monstrous tower like this, of some sort. We'll put it up here on the wall, and I'll put a mirror against the wall right here, coming up, I don't know how high, maybe like right here, to where when we're down low filming and doing stuff, it'll just look like the city just keeps going. So that's what we're going to do. This saves us all this extra space back here. We'll be moving up front up here, which will turn into our green space for our park and our elevated track and our 2 lower lines. So we'll probably have like 3 inches of green space and probably 2 inches, 3 inches of the train line right here, and which seems to be more standard. If you think about that, downtown, almost all of big cities have got an area in their downtown where they've got a nice green space. So we're going to make this all green space right here, all along the front, and just push the buildings back. So it makes a lot more sense. We're probably going to take the convention center here and we'll bring it over, and it'll be the beginning of the next block. And then we'll put a big building right over here next to it. And again, push back. So here, that's better. I guess there's actually about a foot, maybe, back to the wall. So I've got plenty of room to do what I've got to do. You can see I spun my little crane around. He's now working on the big building right now. I don't have my beams hanging from it yet, but I'll do that here pretty soon. So that's what we're going to do all the way around. All the buildings pushed back all the way around, and then green space in front with the track. So I think this will look really good with this blue elevated track being in front of the buildings right here. All the way. The only thing that's going to duck behind will probably be the Ferris wheel right here. That's the only thing, and you'll be able to see it through the Ferris wheel. So we'll be coming along here, both above and below. I'm probably going to put the two main lines that are on the lower part of this bridge right here. It's going to get down to level, and I'll probably just run them underneath, because that's wide enough. I'll run the two main lines underneath the bridge, the elevated track that goes along here. So I just have all that contained in about a 2.5-inch space. 4 main lines right here running along the front. So that'll give me my 7 main lines all right along here. So if you can imagine that, we've got our videos going and live streams and making videos. We can have all 7 going at once, and it obviously at various points we can have all of them at the same time right in this area. So I think that's going to be for action purposes. That's going to be just great. So I'm really looking forward to doing that now. So now you can see, like I said, we worked on this on, I don't remember what day we worked on that. Friday. So yesterday? Oh, wow. Just seems a lot longer than that. I know. So we did this on Friday. The toppers are fantastic looking. There's actually water towers and stuff on them, old water tower style, but more modern looking. But the idea of old water towers with, there's another like section that would be maybe like a restaurant or a pit house type of thing on each one. So it's going to be a nice looking set. We're going to have the restaurant right here between the two towers. And we'll have our skyway right here. It's going to be a little bridge across, covered, completely enclosed with windows that'll go across with a few braces. So I think that'll look good right there. I left a car in my, look, here we got a container car running across the bridge. Oh no. Well, anyway, so we started to do the reviews on these new engines. These are the 2 new engines. You probably saw those in the posts. Those are the engines that we got some. One's anonymous and one was from Plumber Boggs. Those were gifts off of our Amazon wish list. So you'll be seeing the run videos of those here very soon. I was hoping to do this last week, but I just got caught up trying to figure all of this out, and just taking a lot of time to do that. So you'll see some run videos coming to this stuff here pretty soon. Right now, the middle line is a dead line. That was the one I had. That's what caused this problem right here of the melted front truck, was this middle line. It's not really a dead line, but I don't have a power pack for it to easily change out. It was a really bad power pack that was giving off really bad voltage, I didn't realize, and it said these things are susceptible if you didn't have a good constant voltage that you could burn them out. And sure enough, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I did some, when I showed how to get the shell off, I did show the front truck, very front right here. It's a completely melted blob now. So I don't know if that shows up or not, but it was an easy thing to get the shell off. And it sounds like it's an easy thing to just change the trucks, but I've just never done one before. So as soon as those parts come in, I'll do a video on how you change the trucks out on them. So if you've never done that and you need to, you'll be able to do it. But getting that shell off was pretty simple, so it'll be easy to put boards in and things that you got to do. So, all right, so let's come around here and let's show you what we're doing on the Skid Row area. So I've decided to go with the sandpaper route for the roads. It seems to be, it's a nice, very nice texture. It should handle the weathering really well that I want to do right here. You can see right here, we've got all of the sidewalks weathered. I haven't done this yet, but I do have it painted. So I just did this late yesterday. I've got the buildings puttied. These are assembled and puttied. The back walls are right here, all set to go. We're going to have a pool in the middle that's going to be completely gunky, absolutely terrible looking. It's going to be probably moss covered, have animals in it, I mean by birds, like ducks and stuff like that. There'd be just trash everywhere right here. This will be a really bad area for parking, as is this kind of right here. This building is probably not going to be here. I'm going to get something else for right here. But you can see how all of the weathering came out on the fronts of the buildings. All I have left to do is paint these windows and then start boarding up all the lower windows right here, all the way around. I've got the styrene to do it that has the good pattern for wood. So I'm going to start boarding all that up, and some of them I'm going to put chain link on top of the boarding. So that's coming, because that's way, and then of course the chain link fence right back here. That way, when we're videoing on this side, shooting back this way, the back of these buildings just look fantastic. They're really weathered well. We found the file for the fire escapes, so I've just got to get those installed. So that's looking all right. So that's where we are. We're going to be doing blocks like this all the way down. We're going to do a small block right here, slightly angled, and then we'll have, let's see, one, two, three, two more blocks here. So we'll have 4 blocks all along here, and then another small one right here. All right, so that pretty well tells you what we're doing. So big changes back here. This is all going to be pushed back and changed. Green space up here look really nice with this cut edge. Thank you. About the Skid Row, I think it's going to look really good. We're going to have some of the other stuff we'll have is like, this is going to be a police cruiser, well, not cruiser, but SUV, and a police, paddy wagon, I guess, modern one. We'll be painting those white. I may get some that are lit, because this is actually going to be probably a crime scene right here in the pool. When I get done with it, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it's going to be, but we'll have it to where we can have these cars parked in front and have lights going and the whole works. So we're looking, that's what we're probably going to do in those areas. So, and then there'll just be hundreds of people along here. There'll be people, just leaning against the buildings, laying against the buildings, the whole works. So it's going to be a good area. It's going to, as far as details go, it'll be a fun area to do. And then, of course, right here's where I've got scheduled to have the fire escapes on this building, or be here and here. We're going to put some advertisement signs. Probably going to reverse this, put this to the outside, not to the outside, so you have the advertisement signs facing the street. I'm trying to find a good Coca-Cola bottle or something like that I'm going to really weather down and really just sand it down to where you only see parts of it here and there, and maybe a beer on the other side. Like maybe Budweiser, Coors, I don't know. If I can find a tall can one like that's got the advertisement. So we can do some really good stuff with that. So that's all going to be coming fairly shortly. I've already got the colors picked out for this. I'm going to do an undercoat of a reddish brown that will have been the original color, and then whatever the color I pick on top, and then like we did here, where we sanded everything down and the old colors came through. Like you can see where the blue came through, the old blue before the new blue came through. We'll have that happening all over this stuff. We're going to probably put right here on this block, we're probably going to put a set of stairs that come up through a building and come over to a station. That's going to be right here so that we can stop the passenger line right there with the trains when it moves up that point. That's kind of how Kensington goes. If you look at the Kensington videos, live streams, that's what they do. All right, so I think that pretty well, let me get this out of the way. I don't want to sit on it. All right, so all these coming up. Like I said, we're going to be doing, like the Alexandria Hotel right here is going to be a huge one. We've just got lots of massive stuff coming on this, but I really like how this is going to work. And after I get it pushed back this next week, you guys will be able to see things a little better. So let me put this back over here. Just kind of till I get the train going, and then I'll pick it up and we'll follow it around. All right, so this is the really first broadcast run of the auto train. This is the mini auto train. When I pick up another 4 of the Superliner cars, then I'll extend more. I've got 3 more of the auto carriers for the auto train. So then we'll have essentially 7 passenger cars and 6 auto carriers. And I'll probably get a Genesis engine, a P42, to put up front. I'd like to get that, what they call a Pepsi can paint job version, and put that with it. I think that would make a nice looking grouping. So let's actually I'll just pick up the camera because we'll just follow it around as it goes through the Skid Row area and everything else. All right, let's see. Oh. We'll get this going and we'll come out over here so you can see how it's going to look coming through out from underneath the big area here. Like I said, there's those auto carriers. And then going through. See, like having the camera here as it passes through, I think that's going to look great. And then, of course, as it comes into the... Now, this is just a loop here. We'll have the switches and everything in place so that we can take this train all the way up to the upper levels and up to the elevated track. So this is just showing, just running through the lower loop right here. But now that I do have a way of getting the track going, within probably a month, we'll have it to where you're going to be able to get up. I'll be able to get the train from this level here to this level here on the bridge, to this level here on the elevated, going all the way around up on the top. So I think that's going to be pretty good. Let's see how that's coming through. Oh, that's pretty sharp, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Get the rest of the details on the buildings, all the signage, all the trash cans, everything, all the trash on the streets and all that. I think that's going to look really sharp. Yeah, I like how that pokes through the buildings like that. That looks really good. Let's kick the speed up just a little bit. This will be probably still a little slower than what I'll operate these at when it's coming through the area. Let's see what we're going to do on these roads right here is we're putting the fence across to keep the drunken people off the tracks and falling asleep and being killed. So we'll have a chain link fence running the length, and we're going to print off those concrete barricades too, those things that they use for channeling traffic. We'll have that at the end of each street too. Let's see how this looks going away. Oh yeah. Oh, that's going to look good. Okay. So I'll let that run for a few minutes. But you can see how it's just going to come right through there. It'll be really nice. This is all going to be underlit. We've talked about that before, but that will, you'll really see those gleaming, that silver gleaming. I am going to weather up the auto carriers a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to do any weathering at all on the superliners. The auto carriers I'll be doing not quite as severe as I've done my other auto carriers. Probably kind of like you probably saw those videos I did of the auto carriers that the subscribers sent to me to weather. So I'm probably going to do it more along those lines, where it's fairly light on a couple of them, maybe one heavy and a couple of mediums. So I'm going to put the Fred on the rear of that one, whatever one's at the back. So it's gonna. I'm gonna get the light kit for inside, so you can light up the sides. I was looking for a video online on how to do it. There's no videos, so it talks about how to do it. Since it's a 15-minute operation to light up that side panel on the engine, so I'll get it done. And I'll make my video and then I'll put it up there. So if anybody wants to do it, they'll see how it can be done if it is really a 15-minute job. So we'll have that available for you guys. So yeah, I think that's I really like this train. Now see, I can occasionally trade off, and I can put this guy with it. Let's see here, see if I can find him. Yeah. Yeah, so now I can add this guy in, the TrackSmart engine. I've always liked this one. I just didn't have anything to run with it, so now I think that'll look really good with that train right there. So we'll swap this with the P42 Pepsi can one. I think that'll make a nice lash up for running around here. So basically, when we start doing a run session, when I get the tracks all connected, like I said, it'll just start right here. And then out of view, it'll work its way up to the second level. It'll come in on the bridge right here at street level. And I'm going to do street running. I've got a way of doing that with my plaster now. I figured out how to make the tracks buried in the street. So that road that's going to be, the tracks that are going to be underneath the elevated will actually be a road. Like it runs, I can't think of the name of that town that's on virtual rail where they've got the street running, and it goes right down the main line, Main Street. So we'll be doing that. So we'll have all of that along the front there with the roads and everything, and with the tracks embedded. So then it gets up to the top one, and then it works its way all the way back down again. So that because now I'm not sure where I'm going to put the station. I'm trying to keep everything back behind. I suppose I could probably still put the station here since it really doesn't affect that. So I'm going to have a big sweeping curve that comes around to get me over to the front right here. So I could have room to put the station right there. And I could have it kind of straddle across right here with stairs and an elevator going down to the track level. Plus, it could also be then fed by the street level one too. So we get kind of a wider station right there. I've got a fairly decent sized station, but we might need to get something a little bit bigger. We'll have to wait and see. Where I can handle both street level and lower level. So anyway, that's why I just wanted to give you guys an update. This is where we're at. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. This is just a beautiful train. I can't wait to get the full length auto train. So that's, I came across a really good deal on those 6 cars, the 6 auto train car carriers. I just had to get them when I saw them. I think it was only like, I think I spent $70 on all 6. So that was a great deal to get my auto train. I do have to put weights in to get the wobble down. Oh, good, good. Thank you, plumber. It is looking pretty sharp. Oh, and we do have the video coming. I'm actually filming some more videos tonight, tomorrow. So we'll be doing the BNSF tonight or tomorrow. So you'll be seeing a video of that one. I've kind of condensed and I've put all of my freights together on one line. So I'll put it on that one and we'll run them with those to do some test runs and stuff. So that's going to look pretty sharp. Probably have the Amtrak going one way and having that going the other way. So we'll have those videos coming up this week. So, yep. We updated the wish list on Amazon. We took off a couple of items, the ones that had sold, because I didn't want a second one of those because it's the same road number. So we took those off and we cleaned things up a little bit. So there's, if you take a look at the Amazon list, you can be able to see what we did to it. So, and if you have liked what we've been doing here, I would recommend liking and subscribing and hitting notifications because we have so many videos. I have filmed so many this week. We have build videos on the Skid Row buildings. We have and the build videos on the like the scenery stuff that's going in, the bases. We've got a lot of review videos done that we're getting ready to put up. We've got some test run stuff done, plus some coming. So this next week, we're depending upon my son's schedule with school, because it's coming down to the end of it now for the year. He's got about probably not even a month left. So depending upon how busy he is with that, we're going to try to put 2 to 3 videos up a day. We've got enough content to do that. It's just having the time to get it done. So, and I don't know how to do any of it, so that's pretty much on him to do. So, but anyway, so this is where we are, and like I said, I just love this auto train. I am going to get the light kits for all the cars. I'm going to research, like the sleepers that have the cabins. I'm going to research what the interiors, how they're painted, and when I have the shelves off for waiting and putting light kits in, I'm going to paint the interiors and put people in, so that we do our nighttime running and we have all the lights on in the city. You'll see all of the little windows on the cars all lit up with fully loaded with people and everything painted correctly on the interiors instead of just that tan color that they've got. I'm sure it's probably the seat color, but we'll see. I'll really do my research on that and see how that goes, and then I'll paint everything appropriately on that. So yeah, I really like how those look, and they're tracking well, and the cars don't seem to be wobbling. The only thing that's wobbling is the auto carriers, and I'll correct that with weights. So, yep. So what'll happen is, even though you're seeing just running around in a circle now, very soon it'll just be hitting all levels. So that'll make things a lot more interesting to watch, especially like going through the Magnificent or Miracle Mile through here. After we push all that back with all of the scenery that we're going to have up on top here, all the park-like scenery, and then having the trains right in front of the buildings instead of behind. So I think it's going to make for a more pleasant viewing experience for you guys too. It's like, where'd the train go? It's back behind the buildings. Well, that doesn't do any good. So now it'll all be out front, front and center. You'll be able to see all of it. So, all right, so I'm going to pull this around. We're not going to be on too long tonight. That's what this says. When do we think we'll have it running on the Green Bridge? That's now that we've decided what we're going to do with the buildings, as far as pushing them back, I now know where to put the elevated track. So now we're going to start working on bringing the elevated track on around. It's easy. Probably 1 week I can have all of the elevated pieces made, printed, glued together, painted, rusted a little bit, maybe 2 weeks tops with all of that. So we'll be able to bring that on around all the way out here, front and center. Then all the details after that, it'll take a while, but actually to get it to the running point, it's just a matter of finding track at a good price. Once we get the track, then we're probably looking to get to our second and third levels. So we got first level, second level, middle, bottom level of the bridge, and third level is top level of the bridge. Probably get those 3 levels done, the top 2 levels done. Month to make it, probably another month to get the track. So probably 2 months. We're looking at having the full loop around for everything, to where it's just going to be like a figure 8. Well, on a figure 8 because it's 3 levels instead of just 2. So whatever, figure 8.5. We should have that here within before, hopefully by like right about the beginning of summer. We should have this entire upper level pretty well running at that point. If worst case scenario, we'll have probably at least 1 level on the bridge running, along with whatever level that happens to be over here and around. Oh, thank you. I do too. I've always liked this color. I forget what it was called. Something C, SEA, or Ocean. I don't remember, but I've got cans of it in there. I bought a bunch of cans because I knew I was going to have it. So, and I didn't want to take a chance of them running out of it and being a discontinued color. So, I've got it all. So it's going to look really pretty. If you think about, these big buildings being neutral colors like, tans, grays, off-colored whites, whatever, for the main color. Then you got that big, beautiful blue right in front of it going, the elevated in front of it. They look really nice. And then you have all the colorful trains rolling across. It should be really good. So I'm going to run this around and we're going to stop it over here. Like I said, we're not doing a live stream tomorrow because it's my wife's birthday and we're getting together with family. There we go. All right. So I keep everything covered. I got all my little bits of paper towels everywhere. So I keep everything. I'm going to get a bunch of sheet plastic to cover the bridges with. We're just going to drape it over this whole jump area so we also keep the skid row from getting dirty too. I'm going to get the really lightweight stuff so it's not heavy and it doesn't stick, catch on anything. Because again, I'm not gluing any of the buildings down. Nothing's ever going to be permanent on this layout. The closest thing to being permanent will probably be the elevated track because I'll just have to probably do that. And even that I'm going to drill holes up through the bottom of the legs, glue nails in or pins or something in, and then just stick that down to the foam to anchor it. Not glued in, but just to anchor it, to keep the thing from shifting one way or another. So that is probably, huh?
Oh, Polar Box says, see you in 2 months then. Ha ha, I joke. Very cool. Can't wait to see it.
Well, thank you.
Birthday to your wife. Enjoy the time and thanks for the update.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for coming in. So in the meantime, in the 2 months, while we're working on this, because it takes a while for stuff to print. and it takes a while for glues to dry. So while we're waiting for things to print and dry, we are going to be working on the lower level. I don't know if I showed all this to you guys or not, but at the last train show, I picked up all this Unitrack. Lower level is going to be Unitrack for right now. I've got that, and I got a bag full of these big boxes that have the 10 pieces in each, and that was a heck of a deal. I think you can probably see that. It was $10 for 10 sections, brand new. Of this, this is the curved pieces, and I've got the straights. These came out at being, I got this for less than $8. I got these 5 for $25. I got them $5 a piece. So these were just a little over $1 a section. These were $1 a section, and then I picked up a bunch of this loose stuff for like 50 cents a section. So we've got a ton of track in here. So we'll be able to get the bottom done. Whatever I don't have enough, if I don't have enough, I'll just order some extra online. So while we're waiting for this stuff to dry and get done, I'll actually probably have an operating area down below finished up. So we'll be doing that here. There goes plastic. We'll have that coming along as well. Because right now, what I'm doing is I'm building my Skid Row area. These buildings are all beat up and garbage and trashy. We've printed off 2 of everything as we're doing it, and I'm making one really beautiful, like it's brand new, and that'll be down below. So you'll actually see a lot of these same buildings down below, but it'll be like it's a brand new city, like it's just step back in time type of thing. So we've got that coming. So I'm working on those slowly but surely. So I'll already have stuff for down here. We're going to get another piece of foam so I can interchange things down here a little easier, because I'll have modules, a modular foam system where I'll have industries and buildings and things on it down here. And when I'm tired of that, I can just simply loosen, because I'm not going to glue the Unitrack down or anything. I can just simply like take the track out of the way, remove the one layer of foam that has whatever business is on it, slide another one in, be ready to go, and I'll have a brand new industry. So down below, we're going to have a lot of modular ways of changing that layout out and having interesting things. Like if I want to run cement cars, I'll have all the cement plants. You know, if I want an ADM, I'll have an ADM. If we want tank cars running that day, we'll have a refinery. And I'll be able to change all of that stuff out down below. It's going to be really simple to do. I'll show you when we get into the construction of all that, how we've got it planned out, how we're going to do it. So we're going to take advantage of this other 60 square feet. Well, it's not even 60 square feet, because it's just against the shelf. So whatever the shelf happens to be, I think it's about 8 foot by, so we got 1625 times it's about 50 square feet of layout. So we'll show you how we do all that, and we take advantage of every square inch of this and make it look really good. So we're going to get all the underlighting on there, so it'll all be bright and shiny, and you'll be able to see everything down there. So that's all going to come on about the same time as this. So I'm hoping by summer that we will have both levels pretty much completely operational at that point. If not by first of summer, by end of summer for sure, we'll have both levels completely operational. And the lower level, surprisingly, will probably get finished quicker, because it's not going to have something like this going on. You know, we're not going to have buildings that are going to take me individually like a month to finish because of interiors, lighting, window treatments, the whole works. Down here, it's all going to be smaller buildings, things that I'll just knock out real quick. So this area down here is probably going to come together, the lower level is probably going to come together a lot faster. So we'll probably actually wind up finishing the lower level long before we finish the upper level. So, and then eventually we'll have the helix over here, and we can connect up this level to this level, so that we can run all the trains through the 3 levels here, hit the helix, go down, and hit probably the multi-levels that we have down here, because we'll probably do 2 levels down here because of the mountain that we're going to have back here in the corner. I want it to be able to climb up into the mountain, stay up there for a little bit, reverse back on itself, and come back down. So lots of stuff to be done. I got all the foam set aside for all of that. So it's just a matter of the time and getting it finished. So I think that's pretty good for tonight. Again, thank you to everybody who's been here with us on this. So if you're new, you just happen to see us running tonight, like and subscribe and hit the notification. You won't miss anything, because there's going to be a lot of what you see right now is going to change dramatically over the next couple of weeks as we push everything back. So it's going to look pretty good. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. If you have any questions, let me know right now. And I'll let my wife know about the happy birthday wishes. Thank you very much. Um, like I said, we just between mine on Wednesday, last Wednesday, and hers now, we're done. And Gabe's is within a month, so in a 4 week span of time, we get all of our birthdays out.
Yeah.
So it works out really good. Don't have to worry about it the rest of the year until Christmas. So, well, except for my mom's birthday. So, so we're good. So I think we've got it. So I think, like I said, we'll probably do a another live stream. I'm gonna shoot for probably Thursday. Yeah, because I think Tuesday's gonna be too soon before I really have much shown for a difference. The only well, but I might have a lot of work done on that. So it's gonna depend upon how much I get done on Skid Row. If I get the buildings sanded and painted, and we might do a short horizontal on that so you guys can see that. Run the train by so you can catch and see how it's gonna look. It just depends on how much I get done on Monday. So, but anyway, but Thursday probably at the latest. The only reason we're doing Thursdays, my son has his classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. So, and he has everything set up on his laptop for getting this started. So I have no way of doing that myself. So he has to get it going.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
We might do it Wednesday if I'm done. If you can start it before you go.
That's true.
So and then I could just we might be Wednesday, but I wouldn't be able to answer questions either at that point though. So all right. Well, you guys have a good rest of the Saturday and the weekend. It's getting rainy and cold here, so I hope you guys, wherever you're at, it's nice and you're having a good time. And then we will see you about midweek sometime. So take care and have a good night.
Thanks, everyone.